Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Great Games. Today we're going to be doing my first ever pickup video, or pickups video. Pickups? Well, there's more than one, so pickups. This is going to kind of be detailing what I've bought recently, maybe around the last 3 months, but we're going to call it January, February pickup video because it's just simpler that way. So, one of the best parts about being an adult and buying video games is reliving games from your childhood that you might have sold at GameStop for other games that you might have wanted at the time. So revisiting those games is always a really fun time. So I was lucky enough to get a not brand new, but a little beat up Game Boy Advance SP, a little silver one. It's very beat up, but you know what? The screen is beautiful, not a scratch on it, and it works great. And what's great about the SP is, most of you probably know, you can play, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color games on it. Plus, you can use the Game Boy adapter for, not the adapter, but the cord for, the GameCube. So you can play like Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. There's that Pac-Man Attack game, which I need to get. That's on my list. But yeah, so I've been playing a ton of old Game Boy games that I played when I was a kid, and I got a bunch of them. Oh my God, those are far away. Move them closer. All right, so a game that I don't know why I liked as a kid, but I liked it because it's not that great, is Bugs Bunny and the Crazy Castle. So I got that game. I don't regret buying it, but I don't know why I liked it as a kid. And there goes a game. WrestleMania 2000 for the Game Boy Color was a lot of fun, actually. I haven't played it now, but I'm sure nostalgia clouds the memory a tad. The hell's wrong with me? But yeah, I'm glad I got that piece of my childhood back. Jackie Chan Adventures, surprisingly really fun beat 'em up. The graphics and animation's really nice in it, so I got that one. It's really fun. Super Dodgeball Advance is really good. It's like the old Super Dodgeball game for the NES, but upgraded, a lot better. The graphics are great. There's also Driver for the Game Boy Color, which is a lot of fun. It's Driver, but on the Game Boy Color, I can't really say much more about it. And also Pocket Bomberman, which is a blast. Like, it's seriously one of the most fun games on the Game Boy Color, I think, or Game Boy. So it works on the Game Boy Color and Game Boy. So if you don't have a Game Boy Advance SP, really it can work on any Game Boy, even the Game Boy Pocket that I keep forgetting about. A game fell. Let me go grab that really quick. Alright, it was Super Mario Land, which is... Everything fell. Super Mario Land, which is the first outing on the Game Boy, and it's very weird, but it's very fun. It's on the Virtual Console, so definitely, if you haven't played it, I have it for the Virtual Console too. But if you haven't played it, definitely buy it. And a few games that I huge nostalgia for, that are not on the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or whatever, any of the Game Boys, is a Shinobi for the PlayStation 2. Really fun. Like, I loved Shinobi as a kid, so like Shinobi 3 especially, Return of the Ninja Master. It's fantastic. Like, one of my favorite games on the system, on the Sega Genesis. So Shinobi for the PS2, very fun. Very hard. I want to get the sequel or the spiritual successor, Nightshade. I need to get that too to complete my Shinobi collection, because I do have the majority of the Shinobi games out there, which is great. Also, this one's not even that old, but I remember having great times playing this with my friends in college. Super Mario Strikers Charged is just a great game. Like, it's ridiculously fun. Really dumb soccer game, but really fun. So those are the games from my childhood, young adulthood, whatever. My nostalgia games, I guess you could call them. Now we're gonna move on to great deals on games, and you can't get better than free. So my friend Natalie, shout out Natty, what up, gave me a bunch of games that are really good, actually, like really good games, for free. Not a bunch, but like maybe like 5. There were a few bad ones in there, but free is free, I can't complain. First one on that was Doom 64, which I needed for my N64 collection, which I'll get into later, that I'm trying to collect all of them. But Doom 64, it's great. A little dark, brighten your TV a little bit. There's Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Don't know what an Infernal Machine is, but here's I think this was a Blockbuster exclusive release. It's only sold or rented out at Blockbuster. As you can see, BBV means Blockbuster Video, for those of you who remember what that is. More free games I have in my handy dandy DVD Blu-ray binder. Now these don't have cases, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure I can find cases eventually. There's the Namco Museum for the GameCube. And this one I was very excited about. The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Oh god. Collector's Edition, which is super fun. Has 4 great games on there. The 2 N64 games, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And the first Legend of Zelda and Legend of Zelda 2, Link, whatever, I forgot the name. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Link's Adventure, Jesus. And, very excited about this one. I haven't really played much of it yet, but Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, I got 2 from her. So, shout out to Nettie. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Now, that was actually a long time ago that I got those, but I thought it'd be fun to let everyone know that I have some awesome people, awesome friends, awesome people, you know what I mean? More great deals. I got this a Turgate for less than 12 bucks. I got the Chibi Robo Zip Dash with the amiibo in there. I still have yet to play it, but I got for the 3DS less than $12 with the amiibo. Can't really go wrong there. It's pretty awesome. Okay, an original Game Boy for $6 at a Salvation Army, and it works. A little beat up inside, but you know what? It does work. I have tried it out, and I have played. The coloring's a little weird, but that can always be fixed. For $6, I had to get it. I mean, it's just $6 for a Game Boy. Now I have 2 Game Boys. This game, I was very excited about this. So, I go to Family Video quite often just to see what they have. And I always forget that they sell video games. Like, they sell games that, you know, have been out that they're trying to get rid of. So, I got Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, which is kind of a collector's item now. I got this for like $7 or $8. And it's in amazing condition. The best part, it does come with a manual, which is, you know, very exciting. So I was pretty pumped up about that. I'm glad to have it. I've just played it to make sure it works. Haven't really got into it yet. I have a lot to play. Like, too much to play, maybe. This one I was in shock when I saw it, to tell you the truth. I went to a secondhand store called Second and Charles around here. I don't know what area they're technically in, but this is Futurama for the PlayStation 2, one of the more expensive games for the system. Generally, for a complete in-box copy, which this one is, even though I was playing it, so that's why the disc is missing, can run around $60, $70, something like that. Let's say 50 to 60 to be safe. But I got it. I don't know if you guys can see the price on there, but less than $10. Like, that's awesome. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes. My girlfriend was with me and she was like, "What's going on? Why are you spazzing out?" I'm like, "Cause I've always wanted this game, and for $10 I'm going to pick it up." So yes, Futurama for $10 is awesome. Like, super awesome. So thank you, Second and Charles. Yes, the cream of the creme. Don't know if that's a saying. I think it is. I don't know. I've been looking for this for a very long time. Well, no, since November. The NES Classic Edition. Now, why is this in my great finds or my great deals? Because I had a $25 coupon at GameStop, so I used on this. Now, mind you, they're still being jacked up in price online. I think they're like at $150 still for in box or whatever. So I used my $25 coupon on this. Regular price $60. I got it for 35 bucks. So I just got really lucky. I was at a store and there's a GameStop there, and I'm like, hey, do you guys by chance have any NES Classics in your shipment today? And lo and behold, they did. And I was really excited to pick it up. It works great. I love it. I already played a bunch of it. And for $35, like, I hate to brag, but that's pretty great. And with it, I got this cool case. It was 20 bucks, but the case is really awesome. It's hard, it's protective, and it snugly fits inside. Look at that, it's so soft and snug, it's so tiny, it's a little cute baby. It's my baby. I regret doing that, I'm sorry. So that was awesome. Now we're moving on to games that I just had to have. For whatever reason, I just wanted these, so I bought them. Some Game Boy Advance games here. Mario Pinball Land, a actually really fun Mario, like a pinball game, which is really fun. I'm terrible at pinball games, but that was cool. I love Dragon Ball Z games, so here is Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors for the Game Boy Advance. Here is Dragon Ball GT Transformations, which is awesome. It's a fun little beat 'em up in the GT universe, which there weren't a whole lot of GT games in this for the past few years, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Also, Astro Boy Omega Factor, developed by Treasure. And I love Treasure. They're fantastic. They're a really interesting company, and I wish they'd put out more things. Are they still around? I don't even know, but whatever. Moving on to other stuff. I had to have this Wii U game, Woolly's World, with the light blue yarn Yoshi. What's good about the Wii U being dead is that the games now are going to go down in price, and this was, I think, $30 for this, something like that, 30. I don't really remember. The games are going to be really cheap, and it's going to be a good time to get them because they're going to be in like clearance bins. Yeah, they could be collectible. I feel like it's going to be like a Dreamcast situation where the Dreamcast, you know, failed. Now, granted, it's not going to be Nintendo's next console and the last console because of the Switch, but yeah, it is very fun. I got some NES games, so sometimes it's just fun to take a chance on things you know nothing about and just based off the cover like the olden days. So I got Low G-Man. Haven't played most of these yet, so but I'm excited to have them in the collection. So Low G-Man, and there's Solar Jetman, which has a really cool cover on it and has a subtitle, Hunt for the Golden Warp Ship. I thought it was Warship until now. So that's cool. Have those now. A PS4 game. I'm trying to save up for, you know, all the Switch business and all those accessories I need. So I had to have it. I bought this game for two other systems already, the 3DS and the Wii U, but I had to have a solid copy. Shovel Knight. Why I had to have a solid physical copy is because this manual, and they don't make manuals anymore, but that's thick right there. That's some thickness. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a full-on color manual. I wish more companies would do that because that's just awesome. Like, I miss manuals so much. And I never thought I would say that, but like the first thing I did when I got a new game is look at the manual. Let's do N64 games now. Recent pickups for my N64 collection. I think I have about 60% of them, which is exciting. This one I was very excited to get. StarCraft 64, one of my favorite PC games ever. in cartridge form, which surprisingly does a good job. All the cutscenes aren't there, but it's fun. It's a little weird to control, but if you have the expansion pack, I think you get all the Brood War stuff too. Here is Silicon Valley, which is a great game. I used to rent this all the time, and I'm very happy to finally have it. Like, it is great. Made by Take-Two, which became Rockstar North, I believe, for Grand Theft Auto series. This game kind of sucks, but it's one of the kind of more difficult to find on an N64. It wasn't that fun when I played it, but I could be missing out. Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals. I think if I remember correctly, it's a fighting game, so there's that. Battle Tanks with an X. Global Assault in a cool green cartridge, which is cool. It's kind of a fun game. I need to spend more time with it. The Road Rash 64, which is I used to play this. I remember renting it one day and being fun. It was fun. That's really all I have to say about it. I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it's fun. Chameleon Twist 2. I had the Chameleon Twist 1, so I had to get 2. And of course, thanks Blockbuster, you put the property of Blockbuster on there. Guess what? It's now the property of Matt. Fighting Force 64. Kind of like a 3D roaming beat 'em up. They also released it for the PlayStation. Hydro Thunder for the N64 is awesome. Dreamcast version is miles better, but this is still awesome. I think a Midway arcade game. Pretty cool. Snowboard Kids 2. Obviously the sequel to Snowboard Kids 1, which I had, so I was very happy to get this one. This one was harder to find, but I have it now, which is great. And last, because it's the last game ever released for the N64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, which is cool. It's very different to see how it looks, because I'm used to the PlayStation 2 version, which is great, but it's interesting to see how they did like lower resolution in that. Which this one also came out for the original PlayStation. I think even Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 came out for the PlayStation, which is kind of cool. Now, a few more games. We got Panzer Dragoon Orta, which this actually has the original Panzer Dragoon in there, so I don't have to spend a lot of money and buy it for the Saturn, which I'm very excited about. Oh, this game was hard to find. Chibi Robo Plug Into Adventure, which I already had the 3DS version. Well, kind of, it's a whole different game. But I'm very happy to have this. I have yet to play it. I am terrible at my life and my video game hobby, but there it is. Another game I've always wanted. Huge fan of the Paper Mario series, so I was very excited to finally have Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Very excited to play it. I want to beat the N64 one first. I got really far into it and then I just lost interest at one point. So I just got to beat that game first. There is some PS2 games. Stuntman. This game has always looked like fun to me, so I'm very excited to try it out. Beyond Good and Evil. You have to have it. And for $4, couldn't say no. I think I already had it for Xbox, but whatever. I also got this one at that secondhand Charles store, which I've never even knew this existed. But it's Metal Slug 4 and Metal Slug 5, which is awesome. With the manual, this is the best looking case I've seen ever for the PlayStation. Like, in all my collection, this is the best one. Like, this shiniest. This looks like it came out yesterday. So I just had to have it too. Not big on RPGs, but this game just intrigued me by the way it looked. Odin Sphere. I think a recent update came out for the Vita, so I played a little bit of this and I was actually really impressed by it. And it's one of those RPGs that I think would be fun to play. There's Adventures of Cookie and Cream, which is a fun, like, two-player game. Two people can share the controller at the same time, so I'm excited to try that one out with maybe a friend if I find one. And there is Snoopy versus the Red Baron, which I've heard one of the YouTubers I watch, Metal Jesus Rocks, talk about this game endlessly, so I was very excited to find it and pick it up. So that's it for PlayStation 2. I think I have some Wii games left. So I love collecting for the Wii because everything's pretty dang cheap. So, you know, I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, so I had to pick up Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo, which is like a side-scrolling beat-em-up kind of game. I don't know. I played a little bit of it. Speaking of Metal Slug earlier, I got the Metal Slug Anthology for the Wii, which is all the Metal Slug games. 7 Metal Slug games. I don't think it's all of them, but it's 7 of them, which, I mean, that's a good chunk of them. So that's pretty awesome. A game I used to play back in the day that I actually never owned. I borrowed it from a friend. A Boy and His Blob. Ooh. Just hit myself with the case. Boy and His Blob for the Wii. It's a fun game. The animation, it's just really well drawn, and I'm excited to have it in my collection. There's Dewey's Adventure, which I've heard nothing about, but Konami, and Konami games are usually pretty good when they actually decide to make games, so there's that. It looks kind of cute, kind of cutesy, but we're going to see how it is. There's Deadly Creatures, which is a game that has Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper doing voices in it, which is just crazy. So you play like insects and like desert creatures like tarantulas and scorpions and stuff. That cover looks really cool. So that looks like fun. I think I've seen people play it on YouTube before, and it just looked like fun. So for $6 for some fun, I couldn't say no. You already know I had this one, No More Heroes. I did a First Time Friday video on it, so check that out if you haven't. It's pretty cool. I don't even know I had this game. The Blob, which looks cool. Kind of reminds me of Splatoon a little bit, which I need to get. By the way, I need to get Splatoon. This looks cool, so I'm very happy to have it. Why would I not be happy to have it? There's Elebits, which is I don't know what this is about even. I should read boxes, but you know, $3, Konami, it can't be that bad. I've been looking for this game for a long time too. House of the Dead Overkill for the Wii. This game just looks like a blast, and it's becoming, I feel like I can't find it anywhere, so I had to get it for $7 or $8 or whatever. It's pretty awesome. And there's Zack and Wiki Quest for Barbados's Treasure for the Wii by Capcom, which is awesome. I think it's like a puzzle game, kind of like not like a puzzle game, but like kind of like a point and click puzzle game. It looks like fun. Looks very cutesy and classic Capcom-y. There is one last game in the Wii that I got. I think it's the last game that I did pick up. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the video game. It's like a side-scrolling adventure. It looks like a lot of fun. The animation looks great, made by WayForward, which is awesome. So excited to play that with 2 players. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, for accessories now, I got the Samba Maracas for the Samba de Amigo. I think that's the name of the game. Accessories, so they turn your Wii controllers into maracas. It's awesome. Alright, so I also got Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix in the box with the game with a dance pad. So that was awesome. I can't fit the dance pad back in here, so it's kind of just laying to the side, but I got it. It's pretty awesome. And last, but definitely not least, and I've had these, but I haven't had one in the box. And I swear to God, this was never touched because it was in the plastic and everything. But I got the DK Bongos for a bunch of games. And So the rhythm games, Donkey Konga 2 and Donkey Konga 1, which I have for the GameCube. And there's also Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, which is like a side-scrolling adventure. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy it. And I have like, I think I have 5 pairs of bongos now. So I'm trying to get some friends together for a nice bongo day. But they're not really having it, so, well, whatever. But yeah, that's it for the pickup video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you did, let me know if you didn't. What cool games have you guys picked up lately? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't like it, let me know why. If you want to subscribe, no pressure. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.